Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're starting your college journey, seriously, congratulations. This is such a huge deal. But, it can also feel a little overwhelming, like you've been dropped into a new world with its own secret language. So, in this explainer, we're going to break down a few things to help you find your footing. Okay, let's just get right into it. Have you ever had that feeling you look around and it seems like everyone else got a copy of the How to Do College manual and yours just never showed up? If you're nodding along right now, even a little bit, then you are in exactly the right place. Because that's where we're going to start, with that really specific, really common feeling. We're calling it that everyone knows feeling. It's that sneaky voice in your head that says you're the only one who's confused, which can feel, well, pretty lonely. Just look at this list for a second. How many of these hit home? That feeling that everyone else just gets it? Or that fear of asking a basic question because you don't want to sound dumb? Maybe you're not totally sure what office hours are or how tutoring even works. And oh, that pressure to be perfect, to not make a single mistake. And then there's the guilt, right? Feeling torn between the time you're spending on school and the time you wish you had for your family? If any of this sounds familiar, I need you to hear me on this. It is 100% normal. But knowing it's normal is just step one. The real game changer is understanding why it's so normal. And that brings us to something we're calling the first-gen truth. So here's the trap we all fall into. The feeling is, I'm confused, so I must not belong here. Our brain just jumps right to that conclusion. If I was smart enough, this would all make sense. But let's flip that script. The truth is, you are learning how to operate in a whole bunch of systems that, frankly, were not built with your experience in mind. So your confusion, it's not a sign you don't belong. It's a sign that you're a pioneer, figuring it all out. It's a totally normal part of the journey.
And this right here is so important. You have to get this into your head. The most successful people aren't the ones who know all the answers. They're the ones who are the best at finding the answers. So asking a question isn't admitting you're weak. No way. It's a strategy. It's a skill, a superpower, really, that's going to help you in college and pretty much everywhere else for the rest of your life.
Okay, so we've got confusion and asking for help reframed as strengths. But what about that crushing pressure to do everything perfectly right now? Well, that leads us to our next big idea, progress over perfection. Let that one sink in. Say it with me. Progress matters more than perfection. College isn't about putting on one perfect performance. It's messy. It's a process of trying things, learning, and yes, sometimes messing up and trying again. You don't have to have it all figured out today, or this week, or even this semester. Just focus on taking one little step forward. So what does that even look like, taking one step? It can be this simple. First, just admit it to yourself with zero judgment. You know what? I'm not really sure what's going on here. That's it. Step two, ask just one of those basic questions you've been sitting on. And step three, have one conversation. That's all. With a professor, a classmate, an advisor, anyone. And speaking of having those conversations, that is the perfect lead-in to talking about one of your biggest allies on campus, your TRIO program. These programs were literally designed to support students just like you. So let's talk about how to actually use this amazing resource. This is a question we get all the time. So many students think you're supposed to wait until something is on fire, a really bad grade, you're totally overwhelmed, or you're in some kind of crisis. So when is the actual best time to go talk to your TRIO advisor? The answer? Before. You think you need it. Seriously, go connect with them before you feel like you're in trouble. Think about it. It's way easier to ask for directions at the beginning of a road trip than it is when you're already hopelessly lost. When you build that relationship early, you have a support system ready to go, and you can stop small questions from ever turning into big problems. And here's what you really need to understand. TRIO isn't an academic emergency room. It's your support crew. The staff there, their job is to help explain all those confusing college things. They're there to answer your questions, no matter how big or small you think they are. They're there to support the whole you. Your classes, yeah, but also your life outside of class. Their whole goal is to help you succeed from the very beginning, not just to be there to pick you up after you fall. They're your guides, not your judges.
So, I'm going to leave you with this question. We talked about how one conversation can make a huge difference. So I want to ask you, what's one conversation you could have this week with a professor, someone in the TRIO office, another student that might just change your whole semester? Think about it. Thanks so much for watching.